Deadly tornadoes and torrential flooding rain. Oklahoma has been under the gun now for more than a week, and more severe weather could be on the way. Drive sober or get pulled over doesn't just apply on the highways. Lewis encourages folks to be safe out on the water too. And it is completely flooded out right now. There are actually multiple cars stuck in there. The water is up to the windows. One key ingredient to stay safe from the sun is sunscreen. And folks can find sunscreen stations like this all throughout the park. Now let me tell you, after walking through, I don't see why anyone wouldn't want to live here. The home is absolutely gorgeous. 2 people are dead after a suspect opened fire at a Houston office building yesterday. We definitely don't come across voluntary boil water notices often. The fire started right here off the frontage road around 3:30 this afternoon, and then it started moving east. It's shaping up to be a busy Memorial Day weekend. Ryan Coulter has been tracking these storms all day long. Ryan, what can we expect going into tomorrow? Human trafficking is on the rise right here in the U.S. Young girls are groomed and lured by drug cartel connected thugs, then sold as a product to be owned. This is Hope Haven, and it very much is a haven of hope for single parent families. This waiting room is empty now, but within a month, that will definitely not be the case. Firefighters were using engines and heavy machinery to create these containment lines while the fire made its way through this field. So will Texas turn purple? We will just have to wait and see. Get ready to spring ahead tonight for the 100th time. While it's a sure sign that spring is on the horizon and provides an extra hour of sunlight, it isn't a positive for everybody. Perhaps the biggest issue folks have here in the desert is staying hydrated. So new this year, folks will find water stations like this, where they can fill their water bottle before and after a hike. The goal behind the project is to return Borger to the vibrant community it once was. Check this out. A Hawaii woman missing for more than 2 weeks, thought to possibly be abducted, has been found alive. If the cloud gets high enough and there's enough moisture in the air, it could rain or even snow inside the fire zone. This area behind me is the next project for the New Mexico Christian Children's Home. The plan, a brand new state-of-the-art playground, basketball court, and picnic area. The T intersection causing drivers some problems is where Hollywood Road dead ends into Bushland. Kristen Rangel lives right on the corner of those 2 roads, and she tells me many of those wrecks have woken up her and her husband. But it's the thought of more accidents that keeps her awake at night.
Probably the worst one was going to be the semi-truck that wrecked towards the end part of June. The impact from the wreck rattled our whole house.
Kristen tells me it's gotten to the point where she keeps her phone, a pair of shoes, and a jacket next to the bed.
God forbid there's, any kind of noise outside that we have to go run to. I'm ready to call 911 and we're ready to go assist.
Many involved in the wrecks didn't realize Hollywood ended before it was too late.
There have been times for even myself or my husband when we're coming home and the snow is heavy or the rain is heavy or fog. Even with those warning signs, if you don't know that they're there, if you're not from here, you're not seeing it because the visibility is bad.
If drivers don't hit the brakes in time, they can slide off the road and into a ditch, which is currently filled with water. In the most recent wreck, the pickup actually hit the bank, went airborne, and ended up on the other side.
Definitely poor visibility due to weather and lighting, I think, has been a huge reason why.
There have been no fatalities, but the chance of one is what drove Kristen to reach out to Randall County and TxDOT.
What our Traffic Safety Review Committee does on a regular basis is take a look at these concerns that are brought to our attention and see what, if anything, can be done and what the best option is.
TxDOT hopes to make improvements to the intersection beginning tomorrow.
We are going to be putting in rumble strips. Those are on order, and we are relocating the stop sign so that it's more in line with the driver's viewpoint.
In addition to the rumble strips, the community would like to see flashing lights put in since there's no lighting besides the Wrangles porch light. But they are happy that something is finally being done. This morning, I joined Deputy Danielle Garth, who is embracing the new additions to her patrols.
The majority of our community is at a church on Sunday morning. The majority of Amarillo is at a church on Sunday morning.
She says going to the churches not only adds another layer of safety, but allows her to get to know her community better.
This is where our community is, and our communities love to see us out here. They feel safe. They feel protected by us when we're out here. They tell us that all the time, and it's good to hear. It makes you feel like you're doing your job, and it just makes you happy that you're making a difference.
Sheriff Thomas says the ride-throughs are mostly a deterrent.
We're trying to be the sheepdogs over the flock and make sure that the wolves don't get in.
Thomas personally reached out to each of the pastors to tell them what they are doing. And so far, the response has been positive.
We got all excited about it because it gives us an extra shield of protection. It's also a deterrent. And we appreciate this sheriff because what he's doing is giving us peace before the fact.
Many churches in the county already have safety and security teams in place, but the sheriff's department wants to add a second layer.
Them being out here just means the world to the church. It gave a lot of confidence to the security team, a lot of confidence to our people, and we just love their presence.
And at the end of the day, it's a community effort.
Our number one goal, like theirs, when it comes to safety is protecting our people, protecting our children. And so we just, it's good to be humble and it's good to work together. And I think that's the direction we're headed in.
Reporting in Potter County, Lia Kamana, ABC 7 News.